I love how stuff brightens up as soon as he knows we're live. Hi, everybody. It's Thirsty Thursday, and it's the holiday edition of Wine Antics Live. If you guys saw my gift, my little gift video generated graphic thing, this is the episode where Stub and I get to sit back and let you guys do all the work, and then you just kind of watch us react to it because we have some pretty awesome friends, Stub. You're muted, Stub.
We do have the
there
best
you go.
friends. Yay.
Yes,
Sorry.
live video.
This is why we're letting viewers take over today. We're burnt out. We can't even do it anymore. It's a thing. We're burnt out from our holiday partying.
That's true.
Yes.
Yep. That's live video. Lost one bow already. So let's see who's out there now that the shenanigans have started. What have you got going on, Stub?
What do I have going on?
Yeah.
Right now?
Like in life in general. What's been going on with you?
I mean, busy. We had our Christmas party last week, which was awesome. We were glad to have you here. Got through that. Just waiting to get through this weekend. Have some guests coming tomorrow. Very excited about that. A winemaker from Oregon, as a matter of fact.
I still have one of his bottles if it's the same winemaker from Oregon.
It is indeed. Yes, him and his wife are popping through on their way to visit friends here in the Old Dominion. So we're going to get to spend the day with them, which is very exciting.
Oh, that is.
I don't know if he's bringing wine or not. Other than that, yeah, I'm getting through. Got 3 more days on my adult Advent calendar to do. Very excited about that. Have had a lot of fun with that, but we'll be a little glad to get a break when that's over.
Yeah, and where can people find the Advent calendars? Because you've been working real hard on this, seriously.
I have. Yeah, if you don't know, I've been opening a box on an Advent calendar every day and pulling out a beer, wine, or spirit and talking a little bit about it and telling some cool Christmas stories and things like that. So, yeah, just go to the Cork Envy Facebook page. That's probably the easiest place to interact with it. Cool.
And let me entice more people to go over to the Cork Envy page on Facebook to watch it, because you will see Stub change from a very festive onesie to a party regale.
That is true. I did do that as a live stream a couple weeks ago to give people ideas and tips on dressing for holiday parties. It was pretty fun. Anybody
seeing Stub in a onesie is pretty entertaining, I'm just saying.
Well, even better than that is you see me in my t-shirt and drawers when I take the onesie off.
So. I kind of skipped that middle part because I didn't think that was appropriate. Like we have a very good relationship where I don't need to know that middle part.
Well, I mean, yeah, sorry I gave away that I wear a t-shirt and drawers on occasion.
I want to take a second and say hello. Hey, Donna. I see Maia as well. And Kern, good to see you. I hope to see you in the after party. Hey, Michael. 2 Michaels, Michael Kelly and Michael Campbell. Hi, good to see you guys. It's going to be a good show. We have a couple videos, a little bit less than last year, but that means we get to spend a little bit more time, because if you didn't see last year's video, it was chaos. At least for me, it was total chaos behind the scenes, but it was great. So take a look at that. I know it's up on YouTube on the Wine Antics page. If you didn't know, I have a YouTube page. Last year's video is up there. But better yet, after we go over what we're drinking tonight, we're going to show a great 1 minute and 15-second recap of 2016 that Stub put together. So Stub, tell me, what are you drinking tonight?
Actually, let me see what I'm drinking. I actually have 5 open bottles of wine in the house right now. So I'm drinking Vineyard 1869 Zinfandel from Amador County right now. My goal is to have like an ounce of each of these throughout the show. So I have a full glass by the end of the show. I will have had a full glass of wine.
Are you using Repour, or are you using anything to a Corvin or anything to keep them, or have they all just recently been open?
Vacuum stoppers on 4 of these, and then I have a Repour on 1 of them actually.
I mean, and this is just my pure curiosity, because this is selfish Jen time for a second. How is that Repour working for you?
The bit I've been able to play with it, I've really found it to work pretty well. I had a bottle of wine open for, I think the longest one I had open was for 8 days, and it seemed to work really, really well. So I'm really impressed with it. I'll try to remember when I opened this bottle with the Repour by the time I pour it to see, but I know that's been open a while, this wine. So I'll try to remember exactly how many days when I actually open it up to have a sip later.
If Ange approves of it, I know it's good. because she's probably got the most sensitive nose and can discern faults out of all of us, or at least out of the three of us. She can definitely do that.
The wine I had open for 8 days is actually one we're really well familiar with. So we, it's not like, oh, what did that wine taste like? And you scribble a few notes down to get to it later. So yeah, it actually was a pretty good test doing it with the wine that we know well.
And great question, Erin. What is repour? She says. Erin Sell, who will be part of our lineup tonight. I'm very excited to share her video. What is repour, Stub?
So I'll try to show you. So it's a little stopper. Are we getting close enough on my camera right there? So it's a stopper. It's got some foil on it. It's a one-time use. It's good for one bottle use. So it's good to preserve an entire bottle. It basically absorbs oxygen from the bottle to keep your wine fresh. And when you're done with this bottle, you just throw it out and get another one. And depending on how you buy it, they end up being about $1 a piece, maybe $1.50, depending on, like I said, what quantity you buy them in. But so far, so good. Since I've been introduced to these, I'm actually enjoying them a lot. They're working really well.
Michael Campbell says, you're looking sharp, Stub. I think everybody can appreciate Stub's very authentic Christmas feel that he has going on. Well, I'm serious. I mean, you're fitting into it. I feel warm and cozy just looking at you. Jonathan, who is our producer for tonight. Thank you very much to Jonathan and to Vitmug Productions for making this happen. So I don't have to pull my hair out tonight. But he even said that looking at both of us and you, I think a little bit especially, are like really embodying the warmth of the holiday season.
I feel like we're just in different room sets for maybe like a holiday special, like an old one of those old like Bing Crosby Christmas specials where we're walking through the house and we just break out in song for no reason sometimes.
You're gonna break out into
maybe.
Holidays?
I'm saying though, but between the two of us, we look like we're in different rooms of a set of that. Like you walk into here and we start singing, or I walk into that room and start singing to you or something like that,
Oh, I just had a very black and white Christmas special thought going through my head. I just
exactly
don't dance that well though, Stub.
What's that?
I just don't dance that well though.
We can work around it. It's not a big deal.
Free bird, Stub, do free bird.
Free bird, yes. Free bird will not be my song of choice.
Thank you, Erin. So before I get into what I'm drinking, I just want to take a moment and say this is one of our biggest shows for the year, and we really love this. And I've watched all the videos and gotten kind of sentimental. I even said that on Instagram, and I would love it if you guys would take a moment and share this out. We're really proud of who comes in and watches us year after year, and this is our second annual one, and I hope to do many more. So if you would, please share this out and let other people enjoy the tidings and greetings from our viewers. I would appreciate that. I have a little bit, excuse me, a little bit of Port of Leonardtown, which is a Maryland winery. A good friend of ours, the winemaker, is Lauren Zimmerman, and she gave me a very, very fancy, right, barrel sample bottle, something that I should never have, right? This is her port, and I'm just drinking it because port makes me think of this time of year. You want a little bit something in higher alcohol because it's usually colder outside, but it's nice red, soft wine. She uses grappa in hers, and it's Stubbs' favorite grape.
I was about to say she uses her Chamberson to make that port style, doesn't she?
She did. So this is a cheers to you, Stubb. Your favorite grape.
I had, I guess it was last year sometime, I visited and had the opportunity to taste some of that out of the barrel and actually was quite impressed with it.
Yeah. Well, Chamberson does really well in port form. I mean, it is very fruity, very fruit forward. It's a French-American hybrid, pretty well known on the East Coast and pretty affordable and will stretch. It'll really stretch. You can mess with it as a grape pretty well and does well in her port. But I've been teasing you guys long enough. Let's get to Stubbs, like 1 minute and 15 seconds of fabulousness from last year and all of the viewers that we had.
What a wonderful year it's been to connect socially for the love of wine.
Thank you for creating this live digital fun space for wine.
Wishing you all a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year from the Texas Hill Country Wine Country.
My big thank you for all your love and support and encouragement for all of us in the wine business getting into this live stream day.
I'm toasting you with some gangster Malbec from Cahors. Cheers! bravo to you, Wine Antics.
It was so great working with you guys this year. Looking forward to 2017.
Oh, I broke a string! I broke a string!
My year wouldn't have been the same without your hilarity. Cheers.
Petit Verdot Noel.
I just want to wish you a Merry Christmas, a Happy New Year, and much wine travel in 2017.
Step out and make the journey wonderful. Happy New Year's, everyone.
As much as I love Jonathan's tidings at the very end there, I think he like totally ends the video really well. What makes me laugh, and that's what I really appreciate in these holiday takeovers, is the laughter, because I get emotional too much otherwise, is Mike saying, "My string broke," Mike the Mad Martian or the wine lunatic saying his string broke, and then Maia and singing jingle, what was it? Jingle, 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 jingle. She cracks me up. I'm just saying.
Me as well.
Wow.
Yay. There we go. All right. Sorry.
Me as well. Thanks.
I was like, wow. I thought I was just interjecting like before you jumped to another sentence. Sorry.
Did you think I was segueing there?
I felt like you were about to, and so I didn't want to ruin your flow there, but I failed.
Well, you put this together, and I really appreciate that. We had like 25 people send us videos, and it was such a great time for us and so appreciative. And I think you did a great homage to the people that watch our show here.
Well, thank you. Yeah. Well, it was really easy with all the great sentiments we received. It was hard. It was hard picking out all the nice things people said about us and really distilling it down. So
Are you giggling at comments, or are you giggling at Rachel Moore's blushful moment?
Yes, that did make me blush, and I still remember that. I was thinking about that this year, thinking Jen didn't do something silly like that to surprise me again, did she?
Not this year. I think I kind of let our friends speak for themselves, and I think we have one or two videos that are kind of fun snuck in there. I'm thinking of Steve's video right off the top of my head. Steve from Children of the Grape, very excited. Yep. I want to take a minute and read some other comments that came through. Maia says, "Jingle jingle sleigh," and you guys will not be disappointed tonight. She also does a little improv in her video, so wait for that. Alfredo, we know you didn't do a video, and that's okay. There were a couple people that missed videos, and we completely understand. We plan to be here next year, so don't worry.
Indeed.
Should we kick this off?
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
Do you know who's first?
I believe we have Lori up first, right?
We do.
All right. Let's have a look at Lori's video.
Is she saying something?
So I don't believe in Grinches and Christmas, even though it is my all-time favorite cartoon ever on the face of the earth. But Jen, Stub, you guys are by far not Grinches, and I love listening to Wine Antics. And Slancha to all who are listening. Happy holidays.
I love Lori. I love how she starts it with the Grinch, and my initial reaction is she trying to tell us something? Are we unfestive?
Right. I thought the same thing, but I will say that my heart grew 2 sizes watching her video.
Oh.
See what I did there?
2 sizes bigger. But she definitely says by far we're not Grinches, and I appreciate that, like, breaking us down to build us back up, Lori. Thank you.
Very boot camp style. I really like it.
We totally respect that.
Indeed. Like, ooh, we're going to steal Christmas from you. No, we're not. Y'all are awesome. Lori, thank you so much for doing the video. That was very nice. Yeah, it's nice. See, I'm getting emotional already because I'm thinking of that one and videos that are coming up. And y'all know I cry at the drop of a hat. So
he does. He kind of does. I wanted to talk about who Lori is.
Yes.
She is the owner of Dracaena Wines. She has an amazing Cab Franc, and she is the creator and the mastermind behind hashtag Cab Franc Day, which happens every December 4th. I have never known a woman to work so hard at making a hashtag a success, not only for her, because this is her wine, her baby is Cab Franc, but for so many other producers. So I give you a lot of credit, and I think she's been doing it for 3 years now. And every year she works harder and harder, and the reach of Cab Franc grows.
Absolutely. And I love that obviously she's promoting her wine, which is fantastic, by the way, but also getting people on board with maybe a grape variety they're not as familiar with as a single varietal wine. So I really, really appreciate that.
Yeah, I do too. And we love Lori. Lori is a woman that is packed with energy and a lot of compassion as well. Like there's just a lot. And we could make redheaded comments because we know JVB and we know tons of Spitfires that are redheads, but she has so much compassion behind her, and we love her and thank her so much for the little video.
Absolutely.
So who do we have next? I think we have a social media friend of ours, one that played Lucy from I Love Lucy in our Halloween special 2 years ago.
That is right.
Hello, Wine Antics and friends. I just wanted to wish you a happy holidays, Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, and Merry everything. This is Erin Sells with Socially Powered, wishing you an amazing 2018.
Erin is so adorable. and that she did a Snapchat compilation because she's quite big on Snapchat. And I usually refrain from doing those voices, but for some reason, like that whole combination looked really cute and really festive on her end.
Agreed. Kind of worked, kind of fit her personality. Erin, thank you for your thing. I love your positivity message of marry everything. Just marry everything. All the live long day, all the year long, marry everything. I love that.
I love that too. And I don't know how much wine she was drinking at that point, but it kind of seemed like it was that point in the night where it's like, I've had a good glass of wine and it's Merry Christmas. It's Festivus for the rest of us. Happy holidays to everybody. Let's just drink wine, right?
I like it. I like it. I like the attitude.
I do too. If you don't know who Erin is Socially Powered. And I met her at, was it Summit Live back in February of last year. Well, I was her roommate, never met her before, never met Rachel Moore before either. And I became roommates with them instantaneously. And we stayed together in very tight quarters in Los Angeles to go to Summit Live. And since then, she's hosted Social Media Day Denver, which I know Maia knows really well because Maia was out there. And she's gone on ahead to talk about live streaming on Social Media Examiner, as well as now she's teaching live streaming as well. She's had a really good year, and I'm excited to see where she goes in 2018.
And she's seen a lot of live concerts this year as well, which is really cool. Yeah.
For her 40 for 40, since she may have just turned 40, but she went out to 40 or into 40 with a bang.
Absolutely. Yeah, she went to 40 live shows for her 40th year, which is a pretty cool thing, and actually accomplished that. And I think I lost count of how many she actually ended up seeing over 40, but really cool. That's a really, really cool thing.
Yeah. And if you guys didn't realize, we're telling your entire life stories while we're here gushing over the videos, honestly. And hey, Rachel, I've already talked about you and recanted the days where Stubb blushed on camera last year.
I not only blushed, but was left speechless, which is very difficult to do.
It really is. It really is. And as we go along, if you haven't already shared this out, or you think somebody in the live stream community, in the wine community may appreciate the tidings, or what is like the biggest event we have for Wine Antics Live, please take a moment and give it a share. This is it. This is our kickback and let everybody else do all the hard work episode, and we appreciate that.
Indeed.
So what's next, Deb?
What's next?
You gonna just drink? You gonna dance? Are you gonna strum the guitar? Like, I'm expecting something
I
from
actually
you.
don't have my guitar here by the tree. Sorry, I'll have to sing a cappella later. Next up, I think we have a message from our friends at Red Wolf Imports.
Yeah.
Hey everybody, it's Alyssa and Ian with Red Wolf Imports, here to say Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, and Happy New Year. Tonight we are eating latkes and drinking Chenin Blanc. So we hope you have a wonderful wine-filled holiday season. Cheers.
Happy holidays.
Happy holidays.
So Red Wolf Imports are a very small, as you can tell, it's just the two of them, import company that are out of DC. And Alyssa and Ian are some people that I met online, just like many of us in Twitter chats and over social media, and I had a great opportunity to meet them at the potluck events that I have done at the Crystal City Wine Shop. And they are a fun duo. They really are. And they import quite a few South African wines, which I don't always get a chance. I think the first time I tried a South African Mourvèdre, in fact.
Ooh.
I know.
Nice.
You should come to some of these potlucks, Stub.
I know every time you've done one, I've had something planned already. And I'm like, oh, I'm going to make oh, no, I'm not going to make that one. I'm excited to make someone. See, I'm not going to give away anything that's going to be coming up on a show later, but maybe there's a New Year's resolution for me.
Oh, were we supposed to talk about New Year's resolutions?
I don't know. I mean, we might be at some point. Like I said, I don't want to give anything away, but no, I love though that they pulled up the Chenin Blanc, and I believe looking at the video, I'm sure that was probably a South African Chenin Blanc they were they were showing there in the bottle. Love that they brought that up. So we're getting all kind of varietals, maybe that non-wine people don't think a whole lot about.
Oh, it's very true. And this is a good time to ask you guys, like, what are your New Year's resolutions? Do you have any things that you've enjoyed in 2017? We'd love to hear it and love to read it as we're going through the videos, because this is your show more than it is our show. We're just reacting to what people have said to us, but we're here in the comments, and we'd love to hear what you have to say as well.
Indeed, we would. And you can think about that while we watch our next video from our good friend, Christine Campbell.
Let me drink some. Yes.
Hi, Wine Antics. It's Christine Campbell. Girls Go Great. Thanks for having me on the show to talk about champagne the other week. A 2018 resolution is hopefully to get more people to drink sparkling wine, get into the sparkling wine category. It's super fun. Maybe even try some champagne over the year. That would be brilliant. Please come and visit me in Champaign. I will be there with my little family for 2018 and 2019. It's just been wonderful getting to know everybody over the past couple of years. I have a lot of respect for you all. Thank you for letting me into your life, and be good to each other. Happy 2018.
Perfect. And Alyssa has joined us. Alyssa from Red Wolf Imports has joined us before we get into Christine. She says she reminded they were eating latkes as well, which I am so excited to have learned a lot more about latkes this year.
Yeah?
Yeah. And what to eat it with and how to enjoy it, and apparently what to drink with it. That is Chenin.
Well, I like Chenin Blanc. Yeah, absolutely. That's a good thing there.
Yeah.
I enjoy that.
And Christine, who we had on the show at the beginning of December, I really got a chance to meet her. I think I had met her at the Bloggers Conference last year or 2 years ago, but I didn't have a chance to connect with her. I got to connect with her and have some very fun moments at one of the after parties with her. And she is traveling to Champaign, as her video said, and has welcomed pretty much everybody to come visit and to drink more champagne. How can we complain about a message like that?
Who doesn't want more bubbles? I mean, that's crazy. And who doesn't, want to go visit a friend in Champaign? And even if she's not your friend, just go see her. She'll be excited to host you. I'm pretty sure she's that kind of nice lady. She'll just let you in her house, give you some bubbles, drive you around a little bit. It'll be a good time.
She's Canadian. Everybody loves her, and she loves everybody.
That is very true. Yeah. And what's not to love? She's number one, brilliant when it comes to everything bubbles, particularly champagne. Nice kind of dry sarcasm, fun to hang out with, fun to sit around and have a glass of wine and joke around with. I'm really enjoyed. I was really happy. I've really enjoyed getting to know her over the last couple of years, but was really happy. We also had an opportunity to sit and chat in a little more concentrated way this last year. So I was really excited about that, and really glad she was on the show and allowed us to open some bubbles, for no reason. That was kind of cool.
Yes, and she was very specific in the time frame that she's going to be in the Champagne region of France. So we have 2018 and 2019.
That's right.
We probably need to plan something like this, Deb.
I like it.
Yeah, because we know Christine, and then we know Tanisha from Girl Meets Glass. She's in Paris, so they're only like an hour and a half away from each other.
That's true.
Just saying, like, we need to get on that.
I like it. I think there's a good goal. Who
I
wants to go with us to France?
Exactly. I know there's at least 5 people that want to go with us to France. Come on now.
Absolutely. I think it's a good idea.
I think it's a good idea too. So from Christine, we're going to go to a little bit of different video, but one that made me smile from Steve from Children of the Grape. And he even puts in that great little, like, Merry Christmas. Yeah. It's like he knows how to do video or something.
Yeah, I kept waiting for the payoff of that. And I'm like, oh, it's wine. What better way to end a video than with wine? Beautifully wrapped wine for the holidays, no doubt.
Exactly. It was a box full of wine. And Steve is the guy on Facebook with me who is always like, oh, I'm having a bad day. Wine is your solution. Like his answer to everything on Facebook, any problem, any positivity that I have, the answer is always wine with Steve. And I got to meet him for the first time again at the bloggers conference this year. Great guy, fairly new in blogging, but I think he's killing it.
Yeah, absolutely he is. Yeah, cool guy. Glad I didn't talk to him as much as I'd like, but we did get to actually connect and chat for a bit, and I've enjoyed getting to know him here on the show and in our after chats a little bit when he drops by, which is really fun. But yeah, I got to think that Steve gets the award for creative video with that one, actually.
It's true. It's true. He was very cinematic.
Yeah.
He had a whole plan on all this.
And didn't he look fabulous as well? I mean, he looked great.
You mean his
I've never
hand?
seen him look better. He looked amazing.
You mean his hand? He even took the glass up to the Merry Christmas in the tree. I was like, you planned that, didn't you?
You some Scorsese level stuff right there, Steve.
Yeah, you planned that. Very good. And he had "Oh Christmas Tree" playing, and I was thinking, "Oh box of wine, oh box of wine." That's where I was going.
Interesting.
What? All right, fine.
No, I think that's fine. I will say every time I hear "Oh Christmas Tree" now, I think of the Glee cast version of that.
I think Glee has ruined numerous songs for you.
Well, I don't know. I mean, how do you ruin that song? I mean, it kind of is what it is. You sing it, it's fine.
Well, now that's what you think of, though. It's not the original anymore. It's the Glee version.
I don't even know what's the original of that song. Like what's the definitive version of that song?
Why are you testing me on this right now?
I don't know. I'm asking if anyone in the comments knows, is there a definitive version of "Oh Christmas Tree"? Like, did Burl Ives do it? And I'm just kind of, blanking there. I don't know.
I feel like it was somebody before Glee.
Well, of course the songs existed since before then. I believe it was probably, if I'm not mistaken, it was actually written in the 1600s in Germany. But yeah, I don't know.
Oh, Tannenbaum. Yeah.
All right. The Morin Tabernacle Choir. Okay, I'm gonna go with that.
Go with that.
Her knows his music. That sounds like a fun fact. I'm going with it.
Boys choirs all across Germany.
Yeah.
Speaking of singing, this is a really good transition for our really good friend Maia and her video.
Hey you guys, it's your girl Maia Parish from the Wine Suite. My wine wisdom is, don't sell her own if she drinks Southern.
Nope, that way. Sorry. If you didn't know, I kind of teased about it in the beginning of the show. She did Jingle Jingle Sleigh. She did last year. It was one of the funniest videos that we got last year. And she definitely did justice this year as well, doing a little lip singing to Mariah Carey.
Ariana Grande.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm getting old. I just hear everything as
that, but I know that. I literally didn't want that video to end. Maia she just makes me smile. She just makes me smile. She's a great person. She's always, even when she seems upset, she's like funny about it and still positive about it. And she is really, really cool. And just she's a great person to be around. Knows her wine, great businesswoman, but she just makes me smile.
And she turned you on to onesies. Like, you understood why she wears all of the onesies now. You really.
That is true. And I have to admit that I probably will be seeking out more onesies in my life because they're pretty awesome.
I think we should have a onesie party in Walla Walla next year.
That would be fun. I like it.
I think it would. I mean, we could do all of like it's the end of is it at the end of October? We could have a Halloween one.
Ooh, Halloween onesies.
Yeah, nice. Somebody write that down. Somebody write that down. Walla Walla Halloween onesie party. But I'm going to ask you guys, because it was very early on in her video. She had like a one-liner, and I had to watch it 4 times to understand exactly what she said. So play it, if you will, Jonathan. Play it one more time, and then you guys tell me what you think she said, because it's pretty fast and in the beginning. So we're going to play it one more time. Hopefully Jonathan doesn't kill me. Thank you again, Jonathan. Play it one more time. Can you do it? All right.
Hey you guys, it's your girl Maia Parish from the Wine Suite. My wine wisdom is, don't sell her own if she drinks Southern.
Santa, tell me if you're really there. Don't make me call it love again if it won't be here next year. Santa, tell me if he really cares.
All right, I know Maia is there. So Maia, don't tell people what you said.
Of course.
You can't tell people what you said, because you know what you said. But what do you guys think she said at the very beginning there? I gave you 2 opportunities. And at the end of all of our videos, I'll tell you exactly what she said. And it was hilarious. And that's why I feel like we need to repeat it. But for now, we're going to move on to the next person. So Christina is Just the Bottle. Did you know her before the Wine Bloggers Conference this year, Stubb?
Yes, actually, I'd met her at 1 or 2 events here, I believe, in town. So we had met, didn't know her well, but we had met, and we're aware of each other. So
we were aware of each other, because that's how.
Like I said, we had met at a few events and chatted, but haven't known her for a long time, and was really glad that she got the scholarship, received the scholarship, and ended up at the conference with us.
I also received a scholarship to the Wine Bloggers Conference, as well as the Ethnifax grant to help me get out to Santa Rosa. And she was my roommate, so I got a really good chance to get to know her. And let's check out her video.
Christina, Just the Bottle, recording my holiday video for Wine Antics. Happy holidays to everyone. This year has been a challenging year, but I've had a lot of great stuff happen. Besides the negatives, was able to attend my first Wine Bloggers Conference on a scholarship. Got to meet many great people and reconnect with many great people. And as the year draws to a close, I have many great things to look forward to in 2018. I was recently found out that I'll be attending a media trip to Dio Montsant in Spain in March. really excited, and there should be some great people on that. So stay tuned for more content and videos on that. And yeah, I'm really excited. Cheers and happy holidays.
And I think, so I didn't know Christina beforehand, unlike Stubb, who had done some events in DC. You could tell her backdrop was totally DC throughout that video. She's sitting out in some place, probably randomly 60 degrees in our winters here in DC. But I really was fortunate to be her roommate and have a chance to get to know her. She does amazing work with #WineChat that's been around for quite a number of years. And I got to help her last week doing Wine Chat, talking about holiday relatives and wine we need to get through those holiday relatives.
Yeah. And what was the outcome there? Is it just wine in general?
I think it was a very various amount of things. Like, do you serve wine while you're opening presents? Like, what is your early, or should there always be wine during the festivities? And of course, I talked about bubbly because that's an easy wine to go throughout the day. And I thought it was kind of nice to really sit down and think of how much wine is a part of my holiday, because it, from start to finish, it is. We're cooking with it. We're drinking it. We're capping off the evening with it. We're decorating with it. We're talking with it. Wine is
We're using it as gifts.
We're using it as gifts.
Yeah, pretty much every part of the holiday can involve wine.
Yeah, absolutely. And if you missed it, she said she's heading over to Spain in March for a press trip. Congratulations. That was the first time I'd heard of that. That's exciting. Yeah,
that is really exciting. I'm actually jealous. I'm jealous of everyone traveling and doing their things this year. I mean, I'm happy for all of them, but yeah, that sounds amazing, actually.
Do you have any quick advice from her, since you just recently went on a press trip to Bordeaux?
Wow. Be ready for anything and be open to everything. I know I ate some things I normally wouldn't eat. Just do it. Just go with the flow, and your schedule's probably going to be pretty packed. So when you get an opportunity, lay down and sleep so you can really take it all in.
Right? Like, sleep when you can, party when you can, but take care of yourself, because it's fast and furious, at least what I've seen from your schedule.
That particular trip was actually pretty fast and furious. And and don't be embarrassed to snore on the bus on the way to Bordeaux. Alternately snore and giggle with what you're listening to, the podcast you're listening to in your headphones. Which
nobody will look at you strangely.
Apparently cracked everyone up. I'd be kind of half snoring and then just start giggling and laughing. So what are you gonna do?
So Chris Kern is about as close as we've gotten to what Maia said in the beginning of her video. I've pinned that comment. But if you guys have any other thoughts or any ideas of what Maia said, put it up there, because I can't wait to reveal what it is after. I think we have 1 or 2 more videos.
Yes.
Christine, so glad you came by. You missed your segment, but we talked gloriously about you.
We absolutely did. And we invited everyone to come visit you in Champaign.
Yes. And your 12 guest rooms. We've opened them all up for people.
Exactly.
And Steve is already adding other wine comments, that how much is wine a part of his day, period. Totally.
That's a good question. Well, as you see, and I told everyone at the show, I have 5 open bottles of wine here that I'm sipping tonight. I think I've gotten through only 3 of them so far. So I'm going to pour my 4th ounce of wine right here.
What are you pouring?
This is Chateau de Pop, actually. It's been open. It's 2009. Had it on the shelf for a while. Thought about keeping it. Glad I didn't. Drinking really well right now. Very happy with it.
Just a splash, just a splash.
Like I said, I'm trying to get about a glass of wine out of these 5 bottles during the show.
There you go. And Maia says, I'm semi-drunk with my family if I want to survive. I think that's a good general rule of thumb. If you're used to drinking wine, if you enjoy drinking wine or spirits or beer, stay in some comfortable level of inebriation.
Just cruise through it. Yeah. Yeah. Especially if you're frying a turkey. I mean, just keep going. Just booze it up and use that fryer. That's always good advice.
That fryer. Non-safety messages from Stubb. Do not drink and fry a turkey. Let's just make that clear.
Do not.
I'm using like the knife. I'm using the political knife on you. Do not fry turkey.
That's really good advice. Don't drink and fry turkeys. Yeah.
Have you guys seen that video? Seriously, like they showed some in a very controlled environment, somebody fried a frozen turkey and then like melted down the side of the house.
Yeah.
No. Mm-mm.
Yeah, if you are going to fry turkey, really make sure that thing is thawed, because you're going to have some real problems otherwise. Yeah.
All right. So we're actually on the last video, and I saw Mark came by actually. So Mark, I hope you're still here, because your video is going to close down the video portion of the viewer takeover.
Twice this year too. I appreciate all the support. I have, I guess, a little thought for the year. You wanted me to share some advice, or at least some like a meditation on the year. Try not to take yourself too seriously, because life is too short, and you can spend so much time sniffing your wine that you forget to actually drink it. Okay, so happy holidays again. Take care of yourselves, and here's to a healthy, happy, and prosperous 2018. Cheers.
I love in this video, Mark was like, "Oh, I think I was supposed to share some meditations going into the new year, or something meditation wise, either from the past year or the new year." And that's kind of who Mark is. He's like this really cool cat, and we've had him on Wine Antics Live twice, or I would actually say 1.5 times.
True. Yeah.
Because we had a little boo-boo.
That's true. But yeah, he's got a cool vibe though. Like you're saying, he's just kind of a cool cat. He had his guitar behind him. I was looking forward to maybe him picking up his guitar and singing to us. A little disappointed he didn't, because he does that way better than I do. So I like that. And of course, he echoes what we say a lot. Don't take yourself too seriously, which I think is really cool. And I took this to heart, because I know I've been teased about this a lot when I'm talking. I'll sit here and smell my glass a lot, but don't spend too much time smelling your wine that you forget to drink it.
Yeah,
that's sage advice, my friend.
It really was, and it kind of spun this, take time to enjoy the life you're living, and put a nice wine flair on it. He's kind of good. He's kind of good like that.
That one, I know. No. He's yeah. If you don't know Mark, check him out. He does some really cool stuff around lifestyle and drinking and the drinking lifestyle, but a cool vibe. Just you feel great watching the stuff. So do check that guy out, and hopefully we'll get him on another half a time. So it is 2 times maybe this year. That'd be fun, right?
I would love to. He does outstanding videos.
Absolutely.
He is on YouTube or on Facebook as Mark Supsick's Wine Living.
Yes.
And check him out, because he keeps it short and he keeps it fun. He's just as charismatic on his own videos as he was on this little clip. And I've learned a lot from him. If you're in the Pennsylvania area or even into Northern Virginia, because he comes down here and teaches courses and does wine and food pairings at different venues. He had a really successful one this past week. So good luck in 2018, Mark. We really hope great things for you.
Indeed.
So I wonder if anybody actually got what Maia said. Did you stop? Did you get what Maia actually said in the beginning of her video?
I actually am on the fence about it, and I, like you, watched it several times. I was kind of where Kern was kind of coming down there, but I'm not 100% sure I'd get it exactly correct.
What did you think she said?
Gosh, I'm trying to recall the video, and I know we watched it twice tonight already. What did Kern? No, the whole rhyming thing. I liked it. Just tell us, Jen.
All right, gosh,
right.
Come on,
Get us in there
with you.
It is.
So she said, "Don't sell her Rhone if all she drinks is Sutter Home." And she says it really, really quick, but that's why I had to go back like 5 times. I was like, really? And I only bring this up not to tease Maia, but Maia is who she is, and she doesn't give up anything about anybody else caring about what she likes. She likes sweet wines. She talks about dating. She talks about her life. She talks about her kids. She talks about wine. She is that, like, what I see as a real lifestyle live streamer. She incorporates her life completely and the way she approaches wine. And she does a ton of wine events every year, but she is cheeky as hell. And I love that girl to death. So I had to catch it and bring it out.
She makes me laugh and makes me happy.
So you were close, Kern. You were very close, but no, you did not. Don't sell her Rhone if she drinks Sutter Home. There it is.
I like it.
So that is the end of the show that we have. You wanna say some final thoughts, Stubb? Maybe
I do.
Directly to Chris Kern.
I will say to Chris Kern. Chris Kern, we actually had passed the deadline when you got our video in, and I thought we could snap it in, but our producer was working hard behind the scenes and had everything set. So we will, however, though, share your video later on because you did go to the trouble to make it. And I don't think we got any others in after the deadline, did we, Jen?
No.
Okay. So we will share Kern's video. Yeah, it's a whole thing. Sorry, buddy. Love you, mean it, though. All right. Final thoughts. Wow, I've had a great year, Jen. I want to thank you for the whole year, another year of letting me co-host Wine Antics with you. I always have fun doing this. And I want to thank all the viewers out there and thank the people who I know, to Jen and to myself, interact with us publicly, privately, and give us tips, give us accolades on the show. We really appreciate that. And all the guests who come on the show and support us. I just want to say thank you for that right there. And but really to Jen, and I want to thank Jonathan as well for being here and producing for us. Very happy about that. So there you go. I'm going to stop because I'll start crying. You know I will.
There's no crying in the holiday party. We got to wait till the after party for the crying. And then so I hope you guys will come by in the after party. If nothing else, to hear Chris Kern yell at Stubb and myself for not putting his video on tonight. But don't worry, Kern. We'll make sure you make it in the extended version of the holiday video. I'm going to post that link right now. And I also want to say a big thank you to Stubb and to Jonathan. Both of these men have made my life complete in some way or another. And it's at least my professional life, right? And some of it personal as well. Stubb has been here for almost 2.5 years doing this. We met in November of 2015. And by February of 2016, we were doing these crazy things called live streams. Sure. And he has gone on this journey with me. And it's been amazing. It's been crazy. And I can't wait to see where 2018 takes us, because Stubb is doing more live streams. And I'm so proud to see that and for him to branch out more professionally than he is now. And Jonathan is always amazing behind the scenes. He is balancing so many things in his life, and he still takes time like this to make the show great. And for me not to pull my hair out during the holidays. And I appreciate that so much. So thank you so much, Jonathan. And to Vitmug Productions for making this happen. To everybody else, thank you for being here. Thank you for making this possible year after year. If you guys didn't show up with videos, if you didn't show up weekly, we wouldn't stay here. We wouldn't do this. This is as much for us as it is for you. And we appreciate you coming by and sharing the craziness and the love and the holidays with us. So thank you for everything you do. And especially thank you to those great people that sent us in videos. We have a couple more shows coming up as I post this link now, finally. We do. We have 3 more shows. Stubb, do you want to talk about them?
I would love to. Yes, we have 3 more shows before we're going to take, is it 2 or 3 weeks off? But we'll figure that out. We'll do the math before we get there. Next week, December 28th, we're going to be doing an all beverage show, just talking about beverages. And it looks like we're going to get Key from OBS, Open Bottle Society Beers. If you have not experienced Key, you need to join the show and listen. The guy's really smart, but wow, is he fun. And we're looking forward to having him. So that's next week. Then going into the new year, January 4th, we're going to do a show called Goal Digging. Yeah, see what we did there? And talk about some of our resolutions and some things we want to accomplish in the year, whether it be beverage related or otherwise, but it's mostly going to be beverage related or professional related. And then the following week on January 11th, we're going to do a show called Drown Your Sorrows to, basically lament the fact that we've all not accomplished our resolutions probably to that point. So we're going to do a tongue-in-cheek take on that, what we've all collectively done well and not done well that we would hope to do differently in the new year. And I promise you, I mean, that January 4th show, there's no like clean, no drinking January because, we're doing a show about drinking. So
there's no drinking January, February, March, like any day, any month for us.
Yeah, those are our next 3 shows coming up. So put it on your calendar and please to join us. Then after that, we're going to take a break. And once again, doing the math, I think it's going to be 2 weeks off before we come back in February and get rolling again with weekly shows.
Yes. And I will post another calendar invite and invite as many people as I can in, because when I was sick last week and couldn't make Wine Antics Live, I hit the delete button and deleted everything. This is what I get while under the influence of drugs, to just hit delete. So the after party is starting whether we like it or not, because people are waiting to come in and start the party. So we're going to bid you adieu. And if we haven't already said it, happy holidays, guys.
Absolutely.
Cheers.